Where do you see, or maybe you've already collected it, but where is that low hanging fruit? Is it on the simulator? Is it looking at a bunch of data? Is it watching races? Is it trying to ask questions of guys and get honest answers? Where is that for you?
So for me, I think it's all that is important. But I think I got into Cup, and you have all these resources, right? You have
Hmm.
people sending you data left and right. You have engineers that are dedicated to this and that, and you can go to them and ask questions and learn about things. And so I just kind of was like, yes, give me all the information. And I wasn't really a leader. I just kind of was like, yep, this is what, if you have the information, give it to me. And I'm not really going to tailor it to me until you already give it to me. And then I will like go from there. Right. And
Sure.
so now I'm starting to learn that some of these things is just, you're just overloading yourself with information. And at some point, you just have to understand that driving a race car is more of an art than it is, exercising engineering, right? And so, as a driver, I've started to just kind of think, okay, I need to kind of dumb it down, if that makes sense, right? Like I don't
Yep.
need to be thinking about all these little things. I just need to understand, okay, I need to carry entry speed here because of this. Just kind of go back to the basics. And last weekend kind of did that at Coda for one of the first times I feel like where just kind of slowed everything down and say, okay, just tell me where I'm getting beat and I will figure out how to be better there.
Yeah.
And kind of did that and found success, qualified decent, practiced decent. The race went how it did with the first gear problem, but I felt more confident because I felt like I was the one in the driver's seat of changing my techniques or whatever it might be, instead of having someone come over the radio and say, hey, Joey Logano is rolling out of the throttle to this percentage and then using this much brake. Try that. Instead, it's, hey, Joey is beating you by a tenth here. Find it, and then I go and find it as a driver. And so, all that information is amazing, and it's great stuff. I think after or before races, but in the heat of the battle, I think getting that out of your mind, I think, has been a gain for me.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, like after and before, that's one thing, but racing, I think you said it really well. Like it is an art, like it is like a dance. Like you're on the edge. You can't be running your, analytical mind at the same time as trying to just wheel the car with your, the seat of your pants.
Yeah,
There's no
exactly.
way.
And
Yeah.
I've found that another thing that where the low hanging fruit is for me is the middle side of the game. I've found that I can drive the car when you put me in a situation where everything is on the line for some reason, and I feel like I'm driving the car 100% all the time. But
Yeah.
whenever there's everything on the line, I always find more. And so
Yeah.
it's like, what am I doing mentally to do that?
Okay.
What spot am I in to find that and do that all race long? Because that's in Cup, that's what you need to do, man. You need to be just set on kill for the whole race. And it is the most aggressive racing series I've ever been in, and with the most talented guys I've ever raced against. And dude, you just have to be just so switched on the whole race. And so, you get in and you can find yourself in a 500-mile race, kind of losing some of that edge and some of that intensity at some point. And for me, I have to find a way to get back into that mindset of, this is for everything. This is on the line, and kind of create scenarios in my head almost. It's weird, but um,
Is
it,
that
it
with the help of a sports psychologist?
so I did that. I did that for a while. I had a sports psychologist, awesome guy, was really helpful. And then at some point, I was like, at some point, it kind of to me became I need to find a way to do this on my own, if that makes
Hmm.
sense, because
Yeah.
I felt like with I felt like people that haven't driven a race car, and this might sound dumb, but like don't understand what it's like and don't understand where that comes from, and I don't know. I've kind of weaned off of that. I don't know if that's the right thing or the wrong thing, but I found myself being like, I want to find a way to do it myself and have it sustainable that way. So
Hmm.
I've got the tools that were given to me by an awesome guy, who helped me quite a bit through some other things as well. And so it was not like, oh, I don't like working with this person. It was just, I want to find a way to create that intensity and pull that out of me in my own way. And at some point, someone kind of telling me to do it wasn't helping. I think I needed to find a way to do it myself. We'll see if that was the right move or not, I guess. But I think it's a great tool to have one. And I'm not sitting on here and saying don't get a sports psychologist, but for me right now, I feel like I wanted to find some other place to pull that out of me.